Taking rallies in Rise of Kingdoms is one of the most exhilarating things you can do in the game, especially when you're in prison and off territory. Well, I caught myself in this situation, and now we're going to have to handle a double, and we're going to have to see how we did. So this is the video that's going to talk to you about how we did against this double rally that they put on my city. I was sitting at 160 million power. Oh, I'm going to take deads. I'm just telling you. So stick around while we go through it all right here. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadski, and I do videos all the time. And if you enjoy these videos, please throw a thumbs up on them, give them a like, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. I have hit well over 60,000 subscribers, and we're continuing to grow that community. And if you want to join the community we have in the Discord, you can hit that link I've got in the description. Join my Discord, where I share a lot of these reports and the different things that we're doing. Well, this is KVK, and we're fighting. This is a live look at it, and we're trying to hold off as much as we can. We are burning everywhere. We're fighting against 3 camps and 6 kingdoms, which is not ideal. But we're making this Zone 6 miserable for them. Well, when you're burning and you're going through all that stuff, you find yourself in precarious situations to where you're off territory and you might get imprisoned. And if you do, you got to make sure you know what you're doing. So I did that. You can see my power down here. I've come off my power a little bit. I started this day at 160 million power. And I think I'm at 145. I've got some in the hospital, so we can heal those up. So I have taken field deads. I have taken city rally deads. I had a big city rally I took while I was garrisoning in Kingsland. That was crazy the other day on my live stream. But this is a double rally. And your heart jumps a little bit when you get that imprisoned skill put on you. So let's go through it and let's look at it real quick. This is right from the beginning, okay? I'm in prison. And I immediately fired up the recorder, so we're going to record all this stuff. And as you can see, I have a full hospital. The rally hasn't hit yet, so I can go ahead and heal my hospital, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay, I got plenty of speed ups. I can go for days, get this thing taken care of, and heal my hospital. So I'm just going through some of my checks here. I'm running mixed troops, obviously, in my city. I've got phenomenal gear and armaments for cavalry, right? I've got good for infantry, and I've even got some leadership, but I chose Cav. And I'm going to put David and Hector on the wall. And for a city of my power, it's going to do a lot of damage. However, if they can reinforce it enough, they are going to burn me. It's that simple. And it doesn't matter how big of a city it is. I've rallied Wild Lion. And part of the reason why we couldn't even get close to burning that 2 billion power city is because we couldn't get the reinforcements for it. And it's really, really difficult. But anybody over 150, 200, 300, 400 million power. PTI even rallied Baba at 800 million power and traded positive with Baba. And so if you have the reinforcements, you can do it. Now, here's what I'm doing. This is kind of funny. I'm in a KVK, and obviously I've got the tech. I'm going to gear up my Attila, and I'm going to go out and run and get this rune. So while the rally is getting ready to come on my city, I've got some time. I want 10% health, and so I just run out Attila and Achilles. It's great for anti-swarm. I'm always going to trade pretty positive with that, and I just go get that 10% rune. Clear my hospital from that. I even gemmed it a little bit. And from there, I want to make sure my presets there are set on David. That's one thing you got to make sure and do. And then eventually I'm going to check my wall, make sure David's on the wall with Hector, and I'm ready. I'm ready to take this rally on. We're going to get after it and see how it works. As the rally's coming in, you can kind of see it. And when the rally hits, I'm getting a CPO Emilianus with William Wallace. Massive damage, massive smite damage. Okay, I'll go through my anti-smite build with you on David, but David and Hector have been like the MVP of the garrisons in this KVK. Gorgo Hector, David Hector, mixed troops, mono troop types. You can run whatever you want. Also Attila and David. I can't run Attila in my city because I have mixed troops, and Attila gets nerfed if you don't run pure calves, okay? And so from this, I'm just going out here because I'm going to king skill myself before I die with a 1 troop. I'm going to king skill myself just to kind of have some laughs with this. But I've got another rally coming in, and they time it out pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good because I'm crushing this rally, okay? But the rally's starting to get me down. And then you see that red line over here on the right. Here comes the Archer Rally. And oh boy, this thing's going to do some damage. So hold on to your nuts because it's about to happen. And that's what happens. I'm getting double rally on my city that was 160 million power. I'm 100% going to take deads. I can't go anywhere. I'm in frenzy. I've got Imprisoned. So I just got to eat it. And here we go. I got two dudes that I know pretty well. We've been fighting all KVK. They're hammering my city. And while I'm kind of getting low and I'm going to burn, I'm going to click like crazy. I got the heal off before Fate Changer popped up. Can't believe I'm in Fate Changer. I gem the healing because I'm just an idiot. Why not? And I'm good. I got a couple of people that kind of hit my city afterwards. But that was the extent of it. And it's like, take a deep breath. Whew. That was the end of it, and that was the extent of it. Okay, so what was the damage when it came to that city rally? All right, I'll show you the damage. I've got it over here in my favorites. This is it right here. Now, I've got some cavalry coming from Azax, and then I've got it from, let's see, I've got it from Trauma, Flux. I've got some multiple people that have joined in on this, and this is the rally that hit. Now, KD Raptor, Velociraptor is his name, 800 million power player, and I do pretty well against it. And honestly, in deads, I would take this rally all day, every day, no problem. Even if they're going to be able to burn me, I'll take 383,000 deads to inflict 1 million deads, okay? Even though I trade a little bit negative. From there, this is the second rally, and this is what hurts. As you can see, it kind of capped me off at the end. I'm not getting any AoE value out of David. They did a really good job of coordinating the direction both rallies are coming from because David has got a fan AoE effect. So this thing is hardly taking any damage. Okay, there's a little bit of normal damage bonuses from Hector, but other than that, not a lot of damage this rally is going to take. So it's going to punish me pretty good. And it did. Okay, and so that's our boy Rockstar. He's in my live stream chat a lot. He's a good dude, and he's been running a lot of these Archer rallies for his kingdom. And it's gone really, really well for them. And so we had a good time with it. So overall, did I get some AoE? Oh, these were some swarms that got me and some swarms that got me at the end. That's why I'm not trading positive against some of these swarms. But that kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to get. People are going to try to swarm you a little bit. I'm putting deads on this guy. I'm putting deads on this guy. Did I get any AoE? I don't think I got any AoE because I did a good job of rallying out of alliance, which is good. So I got some swarms there at the very end. Everybody wanted to get in on a little bit of resources. I'm happy. It's Christmas time. It's Santa Chadski. I'm willing to give resources to everybody if they come and hit this. What is this Belisarius doing? What are we doing here? And so that was the extent of it, taking on a double rally. I do not advise anybody to do this. If you are, even if you got such a low power that you're not going to get affected because you can clear your hospital, you're not going to take deads, you're just going to get wrecked by any double rally. Those of us big players, look out. If they can coordinate well enough, which by the way, we're fighting these camps and they've been double rallying structures, so they're really dialed in on how to do the double rallies. And these guys, they got me. And so I did plenty of damage going back to them. And overall, here's kind of how this thing laid out. Obviously not trading anywhere near 2-1. It's about 1.4-1. So trading at about 80% against these guys. And overall, I inflicted 1.2 million deads. They inflict 800,000 deads on me. Of course, these aren't all my deads. Other guys who were reinforcing took some deads too. So I probably dropped, let's see, 96,000. I've got another 122. I took 403,000 deads on this particular rally. And then on this one, I took another, 403. And on the second one, I took another 243,000 deads. Okay. And so from there, probably dropped about 8 million power total, and it hurt a little bit. So I don't advise everybody to do that. I did survive. Okay, I didn't get zero. It'd be way too long and too hard for them to imprison me again. I would have to stay in frenzy. I wouldn't be able to teleport. And real quick, let's look at the gear and the talents that I used during this imprison. As you can see here, I had mentioned I had an anti-smite build on my David, okay? My David anti-smite build looks something like this. All right, I've got 3 different builds. I've got a balanced one that I do, but I got an anti-skill one. If you look at this, anti-skill obviously is going to get impregnable. That has got massive skill damage reduction, so does Emblazoned Shield, and I make sure and take the halberd that does more damage to archer units, okay? But I'm in the city, And I'm getting rallied by Scipio Emilianus, of course, who you saw. That's a smite rally, and that's the rally that did most of the damage and lasted the longest. So I went with an anti-smite build. I don't take any of this, which I probably should have because the double had archers, and I don't take anything that has to do with skill damage. I load up on the combo over here. I've got my empty fortress stratagem, and I've got my impenetrable fortifications here to really help there. And so that's how I do my anti-smite build. Get a picture? That's how it works. Anti-skill build, that's how that works. And then if you want a balanced, that's kind of, you take good points here from your skill damage. So if I'm going to pass and I'm getting double rallied, I do the balance mode, which helps me load up here. It helps me punch out damage to the archers, do a little bit of skill damage mitigation, but more importantly, it allows me to go deep into the combo tree and get this. Impenetrable is great for garrisons, okay? And that's how I had my David set up. Now, my gear and my armaments, people know those really, really well. Really simple when it comes to David. Let me just kind of come over here and outfit him real quick. My gear is as good as it gets. Everybody knows this. I run T5 everything, got the KVK stuff, got the ring and the horn. Since it's a rally and not a swarm, I left the horn on it. And the armaments, I use Delta. Now, I could have used my arch set, but my Delta set's pretty cracked, especially when it comes to the health. I want to survive. I want to inflict as much damage. I want to trade as good as I can. So I run a lot of health up here, 13.5% of stats. If I was going to do my arch formation, okay, it's a little bit different. My arch formation, of course, I love to run with Attila. People know this. I don't have destructive on the scroll slot, so I use tons of stat sticks when it comes to robust and war cry. And then I've got doubles here with straight to the point and alert. And then I got the double here with fearless and counterer, really, really good for rallies and garrisons. And then I've got invincible here and tons of doubles, 7 inscriptions total. And that's what my arch formation looks like. So with that, let's see it again here. As I'm going through this stuff, there's nothing like looking up and you're taking a rally and you're eating it pretty good. I've got this sped up a little bit so you can see. And then by the time you realize, hey, I'm doing really well against this rally, I'm going to inflict a lot of deads. Here it comes, the second rally. Boom, hits you. And so I have been streaming this KVK for the last week and a half, and we've been having so much fun with it. Been in Kingsland, want to appreciate the community. You guys have been stopping by, massive record viewers for me when it comes to this KVK as we take on this 1v3. It sucks, it's hard, and it is a lot of fun though when it comes to what we were able to do. Taking the double rally kind of sucks, and you guys have seen, I'm going to have a card at the end screen where I go through how to take a city rally. I go through the checklist of what you have to do and all that. So you can see that video when this is done. You can click on that, watch that video, go through the whole checklist. Everything from a rune to a title to your commanders, all your checklists of what to do. I was able to do that and do it well, but still getting cooked on the rally a little bit. That's always going to happen against the double rally. So if you enjoyed this video, throw a thumbs up on it real quick. Wanted to have some fun with this. And if you are not subscribed, consider doing so. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'll get down in the comments. Tell me your story of getting rallied and maybe any questions that you might have. Just let me know. Also, don't forget to join the Discord. The link is down in the description. And with that, we hope you have a great day, broskies.